Hi everyone, and welcome back to Jim Vernon Solutions, the Learn HTML tutorial using W3 Schools. We've reached the colors chapter of the tutorial, and we can see that it's more involved because it has a main section and then 3 subchapters labeled RGB, hex, and HSL. And the first thing we can see is those are apparently codes we can use to specify colors, but we can also use names, and we'll start there. The main part of the chapter will just use the color names, and then we'll get into the codes later. So we can see some quick examples of color names right here, and we've got to try it yourself. But before we do that, note that HTML supports 140 standard color names, and let's take a quick look at that page. By the way, there's a complete colors tutorial somewhere in W3 Schools as well, but what we note here is these are organized alphabetically on this page from Alice Blue, and you can see below each of these that's actually the hexadecimal code. We'll get into that later, but I'll mention it here for a particular reason. It goes from Alice Blue all the way to yellow-green, in alphabetical order. But what I want to point out is you can find a pure red, and I'm saying it's pure because you can see that the hexadecimal, which happens to be grouped into pairs, so we have 3 pairs in the RGB code in hexadecimal, right? The first 2 are for red, and those are non-zero for red. In fact, FF is the highest level. So you can get a pure red, if you will. You can get a pure blue, which we'll see up here. Pure blue, you can see, uses the 3rd pair, is FF, and everything else is 0. But if you go to green, if you go to green, you'll notice that the standard green name isn't using the pure green, which would be 00FF00, and for the life of me, I just don't know why the consortium that decides things for the web and for HTML and things like that did not choose a pure green, but I just thought it would point it out. So that's all I want to show on color names at this point. We drop back into here, and let's stop this here, and we'll go into the try it yourself.